What's up guys, my name is Ace, and we got the patch notes for Season 4 Reloaded for Warzone, and I've gotta say, as somebody that really hasn't been playing Warzone for quite some time, this one's actually got me quite excited, and I'll be explaining why as we go through some of the important patch notes in this. Keep in mind, we're not going through every one of the weapon changes or anything, simply because I haven't kept up with weapons in this game for at least like 6 or 8 months. So it's pointless for me to look at these changes because I don't even know what the baselines are at right now. But I did want to talk about a bunch of the quality of life changes as well as some other interesting things that they added that are absolutely going to be bringing me back, even if it's just for a short time in Warzone. Now the first thing is something we talked about last week. With this update, we're getting Rebirth of the Dead, which is basically Zombie Royale on Rebirth Island. However, there's a little bit of a twist to this where as zombies are eliminated, your infestation meter will fill, and once that gets filled, it's like a jailbreak for all the spectators. They all come back as zombies at the same time. That sounds like a lot of fun. I really enjoy the more casual nature of that Zombie Royale mode, and I'm really excited to see it come to Rebirth of the Dead. We're definitely going to be streaming that a little bit today, so if you guys haven't followed the Twitch channel, I will leave a link to that down below. But on top of that, we're going to be having Titanium Trials, which is going to last from August 11th through the 24th. So it doesn't come today, but it will be coming pretty soon. And this also excites me quite a bit, primarily because of the rewards that are attached to this and the challenges required. But let's go over the details of this mode first, since they just revealed this today. This mode's going to take place in Caldera with 152 players, and the maximum base armor threshold is increased to 300 hit points, plus the 100 core health. This gives you a total of 400 effective health. Now, it's also worth noting, just like with Iron Trials, the health regeneration time takes significantly longer to heal, so it's more about armor than that core health. And as a result of that, they're also making it so the Tempered perk is going to appear much more frequently as ground loot, because that's going to be a lot more vital in this mode. Additionally, on the initial spawn-in, everybody gets a self-revive kit, and also, when you return from the Gulag, everybody gets a self-revive kit, which this particular area I don't absolutely love, but that's just an inherent part of the mode, so that is something we'll have to deal with. But on top of this, there's going to be custom-built thematic loot. This is like a Terminator theme with it, and apparently this new loot table for this mode is going to support the higher time to kill gameplay, including exceedingly rare redacted weapons that are a bit more powerful than loadout weapons. And this is something I love to see as well. This is something I liked with Iron Trials, where the ground loot was actually viable and competitive with people that had their loadouts. So the loadouts were much more about getting your perks and equipment, because the base guns could actually compete just fine. Additionally, with loadouts, there's a new feature with this mode that I love, and I actually wouldn't mind seeing this come to regular Battle Royale. The buy station price for a loadout is going to start out higher at the beginning of the match, and this price point is going to decrease over the duration of the match. Now, I did get some further details on this in a call that I was invited to with Ted Timmons, who's the creative director at Raven, and what he mentioned is the initial loadout buy price in this mode will be $15,000, just like with Iron Trials. Then after the first circle closes, this will drop down to $12,500. Then as the next circle closes, it drops down to $10,000. And that continues all the way to the point where by the final circle, your loadouts are only going to cost $5,000. And I really like the sound of this, of course, combined with the fact that we have good ground loot in this mode, so loadouts aren't going to be as necessary. I just think it opens up a lot more opportunity for those regains. If something falls apart, but you win your Gulag, you get back into the match. I like the fact that as the match progresses, you still feel like you've got a shot at getting your loadout and potentially getting back in the fight. So that's how Titanium Trials are going to be working. Like I said, this is going from August 11th through to the 24th. And while the mode and the rule set and stuff sounds cool, I think the more interesting part for me, and the thing that's really going to draw me back, is the rewards for this. Unlike with the Godzilla event for Season 3, where the rewards were really lackluster and the challenges were also not that exciting or great to be grinding for, with Titanium Trials, we're getting some excellent rewards, at least in my opinion. One of the ones I really like is Hasta la Vista, baby, and this one requires you to win a Gulag 5 times in Titanium Trials. And the reward for this one is the Titanium Chrome weapon camo, which, as far as I can see here, you will be able to put on any one of the Vanguard weapons. I love that. I love the fact that we're able to earn something that we can actually use on any setup that we want, or at least any Vanguard setup that we want. And I feel like that is a far superior reward to a blueprint for a gun that you maybe have no interest in using at all. Now, moving on from that, we have I'll Be Back, which requires you to achieve a top 10 finish in Titanium Trials, and this is what the calling card looks like. And they keep expanding on this same calling card as you progress in the difficulty level of these challenges. So if you get 1 win in Titanium Trials, you'll get this calling card. Then after that, with 2 wins, you'll get another calling card with even more Terminators in it. Then if you win 3 Titanium Trials, again, we see more and more added to it. And then finally, if you win 4 times in Titanium Trials, you'll get a Battle Pass tier skip. And if you complete all of these Titanium Trials challenges, the completionist reward for this is the Liquid Metal Vanguard weapon camo, which is animated. And again, as far as I can tell, this will be available for all of the Vanguard weapons in the game. And this right here is the type of reward that I hope we see going forward for the rest of Warzone's life cycle, as well as Warzone 2's life cycle. This is one of the big things that's going to bring me back to this game, at least for the duration of this Titanium Trials event, because I want that camo. I want to work toward that. I feel like the challenges are engaging. They make sense for the mode. It's a highly competitive mode. It's definitely about getting those wins. And I'm all in on this. I'm going to be grinding Titanium Trials to make sure I complete this event. Now, on top of those, they've actually added bonus challenges that are outside of the standard event, so you don't have to complete these in order to complete the event. But this is more so for the really heavy grinders out there. For every 5 wins you get, up to a total of 20 wins in Titanium Trials, you'll get a new legendary calling card, and they have revealed the final animated calling card, which is this one right here. And I think this looks incredible. And alongside that, with 20 wins in Titanium Trials, you'll get the Skynet weapon camo for Vanguard weapons, which again, this looks really, really good. And I'm just glad that they're giving this extra layer for those that do put in ridiculous hours into the game and will actually be getting 20 wins in Titanium Trials. That's not going to be me, but there will be people out there that will grind for this, and I love it. So overall, when it comes to these challenges though, I'm very excited about this, and it's definitely going to bring me back. And I haven't felt this way about any of the limited time events and modes that we've had in recent history. So hats off to Raven. They listened to our complaints with the last limited time mode, that Godzilla event. There was a lot of constructive feedback given in the community regarding the challenges as well as the final reward for that event being lackluster and not very engaging. It looks like they've quickly learned from that, and I'm really happy to see it. Having said that though, there's another set of challenges coming with this event. And these ones I have some mixed feelings on. The first one is the Thumbs Up Challenge, which requires you to win a Titanium Trials game while dressed as the T-800 operator. Honestly, I feel like this could be the best calling card in all of Warzone, at least for me. But the problem with this is you have to buy the T-800 bundle just to gain access to this challenge, and then you have to complete this challenge within the limited time that Titanium Trials is available in order to get this item. And that's the part I really don't like about this. I feel like if you're spending money to gain a cosmetic item, you should just get that cosmetic item. You shouldn't be paying for the chance to unlock something. If you're paying, you should get that thing. And this does concern me. I'm just worried that this may end up being a slippery slope where if you take a look at the current way that we handle bundles in Call of Duty, where you buy that bundle, you usually get like an operator skin, a weapon blueprint, and a bunch of other items. Is it going to get to the point where we now pay for those bundles, but you don't actually get the things you pay for immediately? You're just buying the challenges that allow you to unlock those. That to me sounds absolutely horrible, so I hope this isn't them toying with the idea of pushing in that direction for the future. But those are just my thoughts on this, and I do want to hear what you guys think about that in the comments down below. But finally, let's go over a few quality of life changes we also see with this update. First up, with teammate buybacks. If you have a redeploy token as well as enough money to buy back a teammate, and you want to buy that teammate back, before this update, it would spend the redeploy token first, whereas after this update, now it'll take money away first, and you'll hold on to that redeploy token unless you don't have enough money to bring the player back, in which case the redeploy token will be used. Additionally, they have adjusted the gas circles for Fortune's Keep just to improve the pacing a little bit. They've reduced the radar jammer drop rates on Fortune's Keep. They've updated the loadouts that you get when you respawn in modes where you can respawn. They've added the armored SUV with nitro boost. Trophy systems no longer destroy field upgrades, they will only destroy equipment. And they've increased the rate of legendary supply boxes, those orange ones, on Caldera. And then finally, an interesting feature they added with this update is, since there's so many guns in the game now, and it's way too complex for the average casual player out there to figure out like what's a good gun and what isn't, they've added a little recommended tab for the top weapons, the ones that people are using most. And I think that's a great little quality of life change for the really casual players out there that aren't watching Warzone videos every single day trying to keep up with that meta constantly. But with that, that is going to wrap it up for today's video. Like I said, I didn't cover any of the weapon balancing or some other changes as well. I will leave a link to the patch notes down below if you want to check those out for yourself. And this is just where I want to hear from you guys in those comments down below. What are you thinking about this Season 4 Reloaded update for Warzone? Are you guys excited for this or not so much? If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated. And don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.